Alright everybody, we are at Eridge Folly and the sandstone tunnels that I'm currently standing on right now. And it's quite small but really well put out. Above me, this is the main part, above me here is the man-made folly that is literally right above us. And obviously this is being winter time. Just a load of moisture and wetness being surrounded by us. What we're going to do, we started here and we're going to take you around. So we're going to sort of take you from one end to the other basically. So hopefully you enjoy it. And this is the only other YouTube video that we've ever done this place. This will be the only official video that you can see of this area. So really privileged to sort of do that at the moment. And also it will encourage people to sort of come out and explore it. So we'll see you in a minute. Okay, so coming out of the tunnel itself, you can see how dark it is. This is just my torch, and it's really not lighting that much. In fact, probably when you're here, you can see a lot more of it, but it's right the way down there. Kind of like the Ellen Valley video that I did, but that tunnel was a lot scarier for some strange reason. Like I said, what you can hear in the background is water, and also my good friend Luke, who's joined us. Hello. He's the ghost. He's doing some photos because I encouraged him to come down here, and so far so good. So, like I said, we came down here in winter time, which it is, and it's very muddy and wet. So if you do come down here, try and come down in the summertime because you probably won't get much. You won't get wet feet, hopefully. But like I said, it's all man-made, so if you look up above you, you can see the bricks, like that. So that's what we're underneath, technically. It's like a little bridge sort of tunnel. The thing is though, nobody actually knows what this was actually used for. Nobody actually knows what this was actually used for. All we know that it was sandstone, it was made possibly in the Georgian time, the same time as the Folly, hence why there's bricks. So it gives you a good indication of what's actually going on. We're going to try and do the best we can today under the circumstances, so excuse the dodgy camera work, but we'll try and get through as much as we can, and like I said, go from there. See you in a minute. What you can see is one of the entrances. There's two entrances, that one that you're looking at, and then there's one to the left. Just about to see that through there. Just like a tiny bit of light there that you can just about see. So there's two entrances. That entrance, in fact, was the one that we came down, which is very, very wet underground. This entrance isn't as bad, but it's extremely slippery, hence why we've been wearing boots that have already been completely soaked. So not really proving that well. So underfoot, as you can see, like I said, this is the sort of muddy, sort of sloppy mud, we sort of say, because like I said, it is made out of sandstone, so you're going to get this really sort of gloopy texture on the floor. It's kind of like, reminds us of when you were a kid and you used to make sort of mud. What were those things Luke you used to do? Like, not sand things, but... He's gone. So yeah, we're coming out this entrance. This is the first one. And yeah, there you go. That's what we enter now on to. As you can see, there's like a little cubby hole in there to the right, there's a cubby hole to the left. And this is, like I said, the roof. So it's not actually majorly high, but high enough that people can satisfactorily stand and manoeuvre themselves around. And as you can see, that's how dark it is without any torchlight or any light at all. So it's extremely dark. But the good thing is, because it's really, because it's kind of, turn this off, because there's not much of it, it's quite nice because it's quite small. And then we come out here. There's a beautiful little lake. For all intents and purposes, you wouldn't think that there was anything here in the first place. Look at that. Incredible. So I'm going to take you to the other entrance in a minute. Hope you like that. See you in a minute. Okay everybody, we're at the other side of the entrance, and if you come down here in winter time, and I keep explaining this, this side is tricky because that is literally about a foot's worth of water that's accumulated, and so to negotiate it you literally have to balance yourself against it. If I'm wobbling, it's because I'm trying to hold a camera and trying to film at the same time whilst lighting, so I've got no arms. But as you can see, whoa, let's try and flip that around, upside down. That's how dark it is, but you can see those logs, and somebody's kindly put logs all the way across from this entrance so you can, but as I found out, there are certain parts, like this part for example right here, if you tread on it, it's actually quite deeper than you think. So your feet stupidly get wet like I've just done there, idiotically. But there you go. But as you can see, this is all the tool markings of what there is. So when they made this, like I said, they assumed it was Georgian times. There's not, like I said, there's not really that much history to this. In fact, it's quite nice to, if you've got a phobia of spiders, not really that many that we've, well, I don't think, have you seen any spiders? I haven't seen any spiders, so. But as you can see, there's just tool markings all across. And as you can see, look, you see where my torch is? That's what me and Luke kindly spotted. There's a huge, beautiful little sort of hole for whatever use. One final bit that I wanted to talk about. So there was evidence of working, manufactured stuff in here. In fact, somebody had taken a photo kindly, which looked like there may have been some form of mining, although, to be honest, I mean, me and Luke sort of said, it's so small in here, it's actually not that big, really. We'd be very surprised. It's just a beautiful, beautiful place, as all the places that I do. That's why you subscribe to my channel, and that's why you like it. There you go. But yeah, so there you go. If I turn the torch off, so that's my torch there, you can see it flashing. When I turn it off, that's how dark it is. And bearing in mind, if you look out the back, that's how light it is. There's Luke. So you can see from that to that. It doesn't actually feel that scary here. I think that's just because, well, one, for a change, I'm not on my own, and second of all, just because of the size of it. And because actually, to be honest, your eyes just get diverted to so many amazing things in here, like little holes, little crevices like that, the one at the entrance. And like I said, then you come out onto this. But this is the point now, I've got to be really quiet, because behind us is a private fishery, and they do say that we've got to shut our mouths. So I'm going to shut my mouth, and see you later. I've got to try and keep my voice down a little bit because there's some private fishing going on. We're at the top part of what the first video started on. So if you look around, that hole down there is where we were looking up, and it's pretty impressive, to be honest, because when you look around you, it's just complete flat, you know, like not much to look at really around here, just beautiful, beautiful parts of land really, because we're in East Sussex, because we come from the other side of Tunbridge Wells, and we're technically on the border between East Sussex and Kent. It's really quiet around here. I think the only thing actually, in fact, you can hear is the stream that's down below us. But like I said, it's an incredible place. We're still not finished here at the moment, but yeah, hopefully we can carry it on. But, yeah, see you in a minute. Okay, just a quick thing. I need to get this clear. Health and safety wise, my business. I've been doing this kind of stuff since I was about 18 years old, so I know the dangers that are involved, and when you see photos of people, they normally have hard hats and proper wet gear, but I think that I'm experienced enough that we can do this. But if there's anybody else that wants to try and do this, especially in winter time when it's really wet, there's always the danger of things falling off. Me and Luke today have seen classic cases of wear and bricks actually falling down that look fairly new. So just a quick thing out there for everybody, that just because we're not wearing helmets and stuff, I know it's quite small in there, but always just try and be safety and careful as much as you can, sort of thing. But luckily I'm allowed that I can do it, because I've been doing it for almost 11 years now, this type of thing. Luckily I've got company for a change. Normally it's just on my own and scare myself, but yeah, just health and safety. So there you go, thank you. Okay, so this is the second part of today's exploration. This is the official thing. This is Eridge Folly, built in 1838, and huge tower, as you can see. There's another one on the other side. Yeah, basically what these follies were used for was either ornamental or garden decorations for big estates that people would have owned, and obviously they were just there to sort of really just sort of make it seem more interesting, their estate, by having like unusual buildings. Probably the best example of this would probably be in a place called Eastgate in Kent, where there was like a menagerie of different follies all sort of spread out together in a small area. So if you ever want to go down there and check that out. But here is a beautiful example of just a folly in its natural habitat, we should put it like that, in like a really big country park. This is Eridge Country Park, and it's quite unusual for the fact of where we are, because we are literally, like I said, we're in East Sussex, but we're pretty much closer to Kent than we are anywhere else. Like Tunbridge Wells, like I said, is literally about 10 minutes down the road. And yeah, so you can tell that, I mean, they're pretty modern. I mean, they've not really been worn down that much, and obviously there's a few indications that obviously these were never proper castles, although, like I said, it has the beautiful illusion of that. And if you go inside, you can have a look, and yeah. Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed it, and we'll check you soon. Hopefully do some more videos coming up. See you later, guys.